What's up, guys? Reggie here, back at it again. And as you see from the title, today's topic is: Are dupe brands killing the industry, community, or fragrance world, or whatever we want to call it? And it is a very complex and difficult topic to kind of address. But in short, I'd say yes in a way, and no. And yes, because you have those dupe brands, the people, because they have a lot of money. And as if you didn't know, all of those brands are Middle Eastern, right? And they'll end up duping, pretty much anything on the market, which is kind of funny, but good in a good way, because a lot of us that don't really have the money for that, we can get a sense of how it smells like, so it's a big plus. And like I said, they'll end up cloning fragrances like this, and it's good because, like I said, like they give you already the smell, but for like cheaper, but not entirely the smell. It's like copying the homework, right? So what does that do, and how is that a bad thing? Well, it's a bad thing because they have all the money, and what they'll do is they'll end up contacting those big influencers, creators, and all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I don't even know which other ones they use, but they'll do that. And I guess I don't know if it's like some sort of contract or something, but I'm pretty sure that it's something that they have them sign and say, hey, you have to say this, and then you have to maybe upload um, and say certain keywords, right? And basically it becomes a trend, and they end up pretty much glazing the crap out of every single dupe that there is on the market, especially if it's like a new release, right? And how does that hurt the community? Well, it hurts it because, as a lot of you know, just the same way that I know, is that ruins the creator's reputation. The dupe brands, like, they're like whatever. They're just using them to promote. They don't care. They really could not care. Yeah, they might invite them to events and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, they're doing what they want to do, which is paying them so that they can glaze the crap out of those fragrances and have people. And who are those people? They're viewers and many other people who just stumble upon the videos, right? And here's the thing: they'll end up telling you, well, yeah, it is a really good dupe. It's amazing. You can't even tell the difference. For example, like, I don't have it currently, but Rayhan Elixir is like a really good dupe of this one. That's what I've heard, and I've heard from people that I honestly do really trust. And I know that there's like another, I believe there's like another dupe of this one. It's like a different brand, and it's like a more closer dupe, right? And what that does is, like I said, that ruins the creator's like reputation, and you have a lot of people just waking up and just like, you know what, whatever, like, I used to watch them because of this, and now they became pretty much a some sort of promoting person, to not say some other things, right? To just but yeah, they'll do that exactly, and the whole community just gathers, and we all just pretty much agree that it is a really bad thing, and it is hurting it. And I do like and I love dupe brands. I really do, because now moving to why they're a good thing. They're a good thing because, like I said, you have fragrances like this, and like I mentioned, they're expensive, and not even just this one, like Creed, which is the niche brand, um, Baccarat Rouge 540, um, Parfums and Marley, just many other, like Zerjov especially. Those are like high end, super expensive fragrances, right? And what they'll do is they'll copy that and then put it in their bottle, right? And they'll sell it for like, I don't know, like a fraction of how much that one cost. And it is, a pretty good close you'll get in a pretty good close idea of how the niche would smell like, or the designer. And that is really good because, like I said, a lot of us don't really have the money to be spending left and right on those big fragrances. To a lot of them, they send them for free, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like I said, it's like it's really cool because you can smell, for example, like Creed Aventus for only 35 or 45 bucks if you buy Armaf Club de Nuit, right? And like I said, that's a really positive thing. And I really do like them. I really do like them. And like I mentioned before, my favorite dupe brand is Latafa. I really do like the releases that they have, but of course they'll they'll do their promoting just like many other dupe brands do. So yeah, that's a very interesting thing that I kind of just wanted to talk and say, because I was just at the top of my head. And will this stop? I don't know exactly if it will or when it will. I think it's just a matter of what are we doing to make the community more, basically. Because like I don't want to say yeah, just support honest creators, but like I've seen like so much like support, not just from viewers but like also from other creators, even like creators who are like really big. And me seeing that just like really, I'm not saying like it makes me happy that this is the situation, but it makes me happy knowing that we are all in the same type of boat. And it's just, I don't know, like if it's a matter of time, if they're gonna, I don't know, like run out of money. I don't think so. But like I said, uh I just feel like it depends. It depends on on the creator. If that creator decides, I want to stay loyal to my fan base, I want to be myself, who I have been in the first, forever, right? So if they decide to be like that and they decide to be true to themselves, um that's like the most, and that's the best thing that a person can do. Because like, don't get me wrong, like those creators that are doing this, they're obviously making a lot of money because they're taking those contracts. They don't really care. They don't really care that they have to say the things that they have to say, because they're just basically getting paid to promote something. And well, who are they promoting it to? Their fan base. And there goes so many like fans that I have seen. I listened to this creator and this and this and that, and I bought this fragrance because they said it was like identical, right? For example, this one, I believe this is a dupe of Coral Fantasy Valentino. And I forget who it was that I watched like long time ago say that this was like 95 to like 99% the same as Coral Fantasy. And I've never smelled Coral Fantasy at that time, so I was like, damn, like that must be really good. So I decided to buy Jasur, right? So I bought this one. It's a really weird bottle, by the way. It's like, and don't get me wrong, this smells really good. I actually really love the way this smells. But I happened to go to Macy's and I smelled Coral Fantasy, and I sprayed it a bunch of times. So when I got home, I sprayed this one and I wait for it to dry down a bit. And they do not smell 90 to 95% the same. They do not. And why do they tell you that? They tell you that because maybe that's what is in the contract that they have to say, but they are very similar. They are very close. and they'll tell you that they are 95% or 99 the same, but they're not really. Yeah, they are very similar and they smell really good. Like I said, this smells really good. And have I wore it? Yeah, many times. I like it, but um they are also, like I said, over hyping, over glazing the dupes. Like I said, they're good. They're quality, of course, they're quality, but um, they they do not smell that similar, man. If you get every single designer or niche brand and you smell their dupes, you're gonna smell some of them and you're gonna think, wow, this is really close, and a lot of them are gonna be no, but yeah, they're similar, but not how they paint them to be. But yeah, that kind of concludes that little um thought I just had, and like I said, the main ideas that I was just like thinking right now, and it's just kind of just really interesting. If let me know what you guys think. If you think that they are killing the fragrance world and stuff like that. But yeah, there will of course be always people who will call me sad or angry or you jealous or something like that. um but yeah, it's been Reggie, guys, and if I forget to say something, I'll add it in the description like I always do. So yeah, it's been Reggie, guys, and take care. Peace.